Right now, I'm gonna explain to you the two-step protocol to learn the muscle up. Then I will show you how to go from step 1 to step 2, and then at the end, I'm gonna give you 2 sample workout routines that you can just grab and paste into your own workout split today to start making really fast progress towards the muscle up with the perfect technique. And I will go as far as saying that I guarantee you that you will learn the muscle up with this exact strategy, because I, a couple of years ago, learned the muscle up with this exact same strategy. Then I taught my friends how to learn the muscle up with this exact strategy. And once I started teaching this strategy in my paid program called Calisthenics School, I got people doing their first ever muscle ups in just 2 weeks, which is insane. So by watching this video, you will basically avoid all the bullshit on the internet and get the real stuff. So listen up, let's get into it. So step 1 is getting your weak ass over the bar. Technique doesn't matter. You can kip how much you want. You can swing how much you want. You can't do the chicken wing, but other than that, you can do basically any form of technique. For this, I'm also going to teach you the 2 best techniques for the kipping muscle up. And then once you can do around 3, 5 or 8, it's a pretty wide range. I needed to do all the way up to 8 kipping muscle ups before I did my first clean muscle ups. But one of my friends, on the other hand, he could do 3 kipping muscle ups, and then he was strong enough to learn the no-kipping muscle up. So yeah, everybody's different. That's why I'm setting the range from 3 all the way up to 8. And once you can do your desired amount of muscle ups, let's pick 5, we will start cleaning up the technique. For that, I will also give you another workout routine because I'm so generous, and I'm also going to teach you the best possible technique with the most power to do the no-kipping muscle up. The way that I learned it, my friends learned it, and my clients learned it, and I also want you to learn it that way. So yeah, let's get into it. Step 1, you need to get yourself above the bar. I will teach you how to do that. But why is it so important? Why can't you just do enough explosive pull-ups and enough bar dips until you can magically do this? This is what some people teach. And I'm like, how does one get someone this stupid? Because learning the muscle up isn't exactly the same as doing high pull-ups and these types of things, weighted pull-ups, whatever. Getting your ass over the bar first and doing that for a large amount of reps is much better than to just try learning the no-kipping muscle up from the start. So in order to get to the no-kipping muscle up as fast as humanly possible, you want to build specific strength. You want to start building specific strength as soon as possible. What is specific strength? Specific strength is just strength in this movement, which is the movement of the muscle up. You want to be strong in this. Look, this is how the movement kind of looks like. By doing explosive pull-ups, it doesn't mimic the same movement pattern. Doing deep bar dips to get better at the transition and at the upper part doesn't look like the movement. Doing weighted or explosive pull-ups in order to learn the muscle up is like doing push-ups in order to learn the dip. Yeah, it kinda works, it kinda helps. Yeah, it helps you build your chest, but it doesn't really help you in building the dips, if you know what I mean. So to get better at dips, you want to do more dips or exercises that mimic the dip. Let's say, I don't know, the chair dips and these types of things. So in order to get better at the clean muscle up, you want to do something that resembles it as close as possible. That's the kipping or shit form muscle up. So I will give you the workout routine so you can learn the kipping muscle up as soon as possible, so you can just start spamming the shit out of them until you can do 3, 5, 8, maybe even more, and then we will clear up the technique. So here is the workout program. It is going to be a 2-day workout program. So you do this, I don't know, on Monday and you do this on Thursday. You should get around a day of rest in between. How these sample workout routines work is that you just grab them and add them into your workout routine. You don't need to rest for the entirety of the days in between. No, that's stupid. Just add it into your workout routine. So for example, you do dips and bench press. And then after that you do this sample workout routine. And let's say add some pull-ups on there. Then you will train, I don't know, legs. Good. After that you can train the muscle up again, so add that sample workout routine again. And then you are going to train dips and pull-ups on the other day, and then after that you have rest. Whatever, that's just an example. And you do this workout routine till you can do around 2 kipping muscle-ups with a technique that I will show you in a second. And then after you can do like 2 or 3, you will test like your PR, how many you can do on this day. So at the beginning of your workout, you just warm up and then try to do as many of the kipping muscle-ups as you can. And then if on that day you hit 2, amazing! You continue with that workout routine with that day, and then you switch up to this workout routine that I've shown you, and you continue doing this workout routine until on this day you can hit the desired number of around 5 of these kipping muscle-ups. Then we will start cleaning up the technique and go to step 2. So now, what is the best technique? The kipping technique. One of them is called the gymnastic muscle-up, and the other one is called, I don't know, the knee bending momentum muscle-up. So how do you do the knee bending muscle-ups? I will move to the side and show the technique. The first thing you do is that you choose a bit of a narrower grip. Narrower grip is better for 80% of people. There are some people where a wider grip is better. Figure that out if you are better at the closer grip and farther grip. Then after you select your grip width, you are going to go and try to swing as far as possible whilst extending your scapula as much as possible. You will focus on a point on the ground and you will try to stretch as much as possible to touch that point. I call it the touch point. And how far should that touch point be? Let's say the bar is here. Down there is directly underneath the bar. You will sit down, and how far your heels are, that's about the length from the bar of the touch point. You will place your resistance band there. You can place a weighted plate there. You can place anything and just try to stretch as much as possible to that band. Why is the stretch so important? This is what my friends, he's like 26 now, he told me this, I think 3 or 4 years ago, that you want to stretch yourself like a bow. You like tension the bow and then you release the tension. So you tension yourself, you stretch yourself, tension yourself like the bow, so then you can explode. So you will start pulling as hard as possible. The direction of the pulling movement shouldn't be to the bar. So you are not trying to do a pull-up. You are not trying to pull to the bar. You are trying to pull yourself in a trajectory from the touch point around 20 centimeters below the bar and onwards that way. That's the trajectory. So if the bar was like here, you want to pull like this. Here is the bar, here is the trajectory. Like that. Because you don't want to pull like this and then smash your head. That's stupid. Use your brain, bro. Then, whilst in the motion of pulling, you will focus on bringing your knees to your chest. I generally teach people like bring your knees to your chest. But what is more optimal to do if you can focus on that whilst doing all of these different things, pulling the knees to the bar is the most optimal technique for your energy and stuff like that and strength. But many people can't really focus on that, so they just bring their knees to their chest, and that's better for them because the technique of the muscle up is kind of complicated. Right now you should be about in this position with your knees almost touching your chest and curled up in a little bit of a ball and your arms pretty straight. Then after that, what you will do is that you will extend your legs as fast as possible whilst trying to pull the bar below your chest and getting your elbows above the bar and getting your entire upper body above the bar. So once you are in that position, you will try to throw yourself over the bar. I told this to my friend like you are trying to headbutt somebody. So you go and like that. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is that you get above the bar, but you don't get the most of your mass above the bar, and you just end up falling down. So it looks like this, like. Get out! And then you are pissed, like, I could have gotten the muscle up, but I didn't get it. So yeah, that's the first technique, my probably favorite one. The second one is the gymnastic muscle up. This one is a bit more complicated, but some people find it more useful. It's again, you will try to touch the touch point, but the touch point is like 20 centimeters further away. Then you will try to pull, not like this, with the regular muscle up, elbows forward a little bit, and then you bring them around. You focus on pulling like this. You don't really bend your arms, you bend them just a little bit on the top. So just pull with straight arms, whilst trying to bring your feet towards the bar, directly towards the bar, nowhere else. So you are doing this with your upper body, something like this, whilst bringing your feet to the bar. Then after you get into this position, you will extend your legs as fast as possible, and again trying to headbutt somebody, throw your elbows and the rest of your body over the bar, and then you just push up. So those are the two most optimized techniques. If you combine these two techniques plus the support exercise that I teach in the sample workout routine number 1, that gets you to like 2 of these muscle ups, and then in sample workout routine number 2, that gets you to the desired number of 3, 5, or 8 kipping muscle ups. Once you are advanced enough to start cleaning up the technique, you will start following this workout routine. This workout routine is focused on getting even more specific strength, but doing like a couple of support exercises and even attempts of the correct technique and all of the good stuff, so you can just clean up the technique. And also another tip to cleaning up the technique, if you are doing like your main sets of kipping muscle ups, because you will continue doing a lot of those because those are the best, is to not have it like a jump from the kipping muscle up to the no kipping muscle up. It is that it's a smooth transition from the kipping muscle up to the no kipping muscle up. So every single workout, when you are supposed to do like 5 sets or whatever I'm gonna write in that routine of the kipping muscle ups, you are trying to kip less and less. So the first week of following this workout routine, you will be able to do them with pretty severe kipping. But then the next week, you are gonna try to making the kipping a bit less obvious, then another bit less obvious, then another bit less obvious, until you get into the technique that I'm gonna teach you right now. So yeah, now the muscle up without kipping. Without kipping means that you don't bend your legs and you don't get a massive swing. So the most optimized technique, if you are on your journey from the kipping muscle up to the no kipping muscle up, is as follows. You will move the touch point like 20 centimeters closer to the bar. As I mentioned previously, you move it there progressively and you want to get it like the length of the touch point minus 20 or minus 30 centimeters. It matters how tall you are. So again, the first step is the exact same. It is the stretch. It is the tension. You tension yourself like a bow again, but the tension point is a bit closer. Then you are stretched right now. Then you focus on the aggressive pull. Elbows forward a bit, trying to bicep curl it a lot and trying to do this movement like as aggressively as possible. So from here to here, super strong. Trying to throw yourself as fast as possible whilst going in this trajectory. So you're not trying to go towards the bar, you are trying to go below the bar and then over the bar. And then whilst pulling, trying to do this movement, you will start L-sitting. So what is my tip for getting better at to not intuitively bend your legs is just flex your quads, like extend them and flex them and like put your heels, your knees towards together and then flex your quads really hard whilst L-sitting. So right now you are in about this position. This position is quite similar to pretty much all of the other techniques, but in this position we'll focus on extending your legs and getting like kind of like straight like this. Not really, but you know what I mean, extending your legs back and whilst pulling yourself towards the bar, and again as previously, putting your elbows and the rest of your body over the bar and trying to push out as fast as possible. So right now, I want you to put this workout routine into your workout plan. Like right now, just click off this video and go and do that right now. But if you want me to coach you through this process and also get access to the full length calisthenics skills for intermediates course, when you don't learn only the muscle up, but also the handstand push-up, 9-degree handstand push-up, and the one-arm pull-up, and you also get access to the workout split design course, which is something that you will find useful, which is a complete end-to-end guide how to design your own workout splits to be as good as mine. Like, I don't even have a good lighting, but look at my fucking physique that I achieved with calisthenics. Look at all these medals that I won. Calisthenics competitions. 2 medals in 1 competition, in 2 categories. That's how good I am. So if you want my help, my courses, everything from me for a really good fucking price, go down in the description, click the link. It's called Calisthenics School. Other than that, bye. Take care, bro. Do the workout routine, okay? You got this.